We are working closely with state legislators on efforts to lift the 1% property tax cap. So as you know, because we've discussed on this show, in fact, this bill is on my list of the top 10 bad bills working their way through Olympia this legislative session. It is House Bill 1334. That is the bill being pushed by Democrats that would allow counties, local jurisdictions to raise your property taxes by up to 3% at a time without asking voters for approval. That's the key here. So right now, and this goes back to an initiative that was passed by voters in 2001. In 2001, voters in this state decided that they wanted to limit property tax increases that could be passed without voters deciding, without it going to voters, to 1%. So it's a 1% cap. So if you're King County Executive Dow Constantine, you could raise property taxes by up to 1% at a time without having to ask voters for approval. So what Democrats in Olympia want to do is they want to change that from 1% to 3%. So now you could have King County Executive Dow Constantine or some other county, and they could say, all right, we're going to increase your property taxes by 3%, and we don't even have to ask your permission. So they want to change what voters via initiative put into place in 2001, because of course they don't care about what voters have to say. They don't care about the initiative process. We've talked a lot about that. We're also going to talk about it more on the show today. So not a surprise that Democrats are doing this. It's been something that jurisdictions like King County have wanted to do for some time. But the fact that the sheriff of King County, who, as you know, went from being an elected position to an appointed position, and we said all along what the problem with that was. One, it's insane that the voters of King County voted away their right to vote for the sheriff. That is just insane. And it shows the amount of disinformation that was being pushed at the time around race and social justice, and this lie that voters were sold that, oh, if a politician appoints the sheriff, they'll be much more accountable than if voters vote on the sheriff. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.